Here's what's surprising to me and unsettling, and this is what I'm not quite understanding. As a result of all of this, and it sounds like once the video was released and it confirmed what this officer did, he's been arrested, charged with murder, faces the fullest extent of the prosecution that is allowed. Activists are protesting today in South Carolina. Civil rights leaders are calling for calm. There are supposed to be protests in the streets. There are people saying that justice needs to be done. And it's that kind of reaction that kind of confuses me. Because here's the bottom line. When an officer does something wrong and he's arrested and charged with murder, he's not charged with manslaughter or reckless endangerment or dereliction. This guy's charged with murder. They're throwing the book at this guy. He's in custody. He's facing the fullest extent of the law. And yet the activists in South Carolina seem to be saying, look at this injustice, look at look at another, here's a white officer shooting a black unarmed suspect. I overheard a conversation this morning between a radio host and a black caller, and the black caller inferred that thank goodness for the video, and the host agreed, and I would agree, but the caller suggested that this just shows what always happens with white officers and black suspects or black citizens. And that's the part that is enormously frustrating to me, because I really suspect that a lot of black Americans think that way and feel that way. And that's problematic, because I don't know that that's true. Now, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a black citizen who's been pulled over for driving while black, as they say, as people say, as the phrase goes, as this notion that you're targeted because you're black, racial profiling. I'm trying to be as objective as possible here, but let's talk for just a few moments about the protests that are still going on, the protests being planned, and the response from a community that's not one of appreciation that what appears to be a criminal, murderous act is being prosecuted thusly, but rather there's a protest as if there is still something lacking here in our justice system. There's nothing lacking here. It looks to me like a bad cop did a bad thing and shot an unarmed guy running from him in the back. And you know what? I hope the guy is locked up forever. I hope he faces the most serious consequences he can. And that hurts me to say that, because I'm real pro-police, as you know. But ultimately, when a police officer does wrong, the police officer has to pay the price.